Kevin Webster is set to face a life-threatening situation in Coronation Street. The garage owner has been a familiar face on the cobbles since and has played a major role in countless storylines over the decades, many involving his former wife Sally and daughters Rosie and Sophie. The past year has been especially turbulent for Kevin. Alongside receiving a devastating testicular cancer diagnosis, he also discovered that his estranged wife Abby had been involved in a secret relationship with Carl Webster, the man he had always believed was his brother. Earlier this year, a shocking family revelation changed everything when Debbie disclosed that she was actually Carl's biological mother. Meanwhile, Carl recently suffered serious injuries while working at the garage after a vehicle collapsed onto him. In an effort to avoid responsibility, Tyrone later misled the police about where he had been that evening, resulting in innocent Summer Spellman being jailed in connection with Theo Silverton's murder. Even more drama is looming for the long-running soap. After spending more than 4 decades on the famous street, Kevin could be facing his final chapter, as tensions between him and Carl escalate into a dangerous confrontation involving a firearm. According to spoilers, events unfold during a special 1-hour episode when shady car dealer Fiona Morley returns and hands Carl a mysterious package. The storyline follows Kevin's discovery of footage showing Carl tampering with his car's brakes. Furious, he confronts him about the sabotage. When Carl later asks for a reference for a new job, Kevin refuses. It is then that Carl produces a gun, raising fears that he could be capable of killing a member of his own family. As Ronnie and Tyrone watch in shock, Kevin assumes the weapon is fake and grabs it. A struggle breaks out between the two men, but whether either of them will actually fire the gun remains unknown. Speaking about the dramatic scenes, actor Jonathan Howard explained that Carl begins to suspect who was responsible for the accident that injured him. As he pieces together various clues, overheard conversations between Tyrone and Ronnie strengthen his belief that they were somehow involved. He went on to reveal that Kevin later watches garage security footage from the night Theo died and realizes Carl had attempted to kill him by interfering with his vehicle. The discovery leads to an explosive showdown as everyone gathers at the garage to settle their differences. According to Howard, Ronnie locks the group inside the garage, where emotions quickly spiral out of control. Kevin grabs a wrench and moves towards Carl in anger. In a moment of panic, Carl instinctively pulls out the gun and points it, hoping to keep Kevin at a distance. The sight of Carl holding a firearm leaves everyone stunned, prompting questions about why he has one and how far he is willing to go. Desperate and cornered, Carl reaches a breaking point, but whether he is truly capable of pulling the trigger remains the biggest mystery. Brody Michaelis finds himself in serious danger in Coronation Street next week when he becomes the target of a group of intimidating teenagers, leading to a frantic chase through the precinct. After purchasing several cans of alcohol, Brody, Dylan Wilson, and Betsy Swain spend some time relaxing near the playground swings. Their peaceful afternoon is soon interrupted when 3 threatening youths approach and demand that they hand over their drinks. According to insiders, Brody and Dylan stand their ground and confront the gang leader despite his intimidating reputation. As the situation rapidly escalates, Brody urges Dylan and Betsy to run, creating a distraction that allows him to escape in the opposite direction. Unfortunately, the troublemakers quickly set off in pursuit. Earlier in the week, Brody, Dylan, and Betsy attempt to enjoy themselves at the Rovers by ordering drinks. Their plans are cut short when Sean Tully refuses to serve them after recognizing that Brody is still underage. With their options limited, the friends take their drinks to the precinct instead, where they unexpectedly cross paths with the aggressive group of teenagers. While desperately trying to evade his pursuers, Brody crashes into Debbie, Sally, Bernie, Glenda, and Christina, who are spending the day together. The women had started the day nursing hangovers after a lively night at Chariot Square, but by the time Brody reaches them, they are feeling much more energetic. Without hesitation, they step in to protect him and successfully drive away the gang. Brody is fortunate that the group is nearby when he needs help most, as their intervention prevents the situation from becoming even more dangerous. Later, Dev Allahan and Tim Metcalf strike up a conversation in the pub and admit they are becoming increasingly concerned after failing to hear from their wives. Both men reveal that their messages have gone unanswered, and they have no idea where the women are. When Brody overhears their concerns, he realizes he may be able to reassure them after seeing the women earlier that day. Whether he chooses to share what he knows remains to be seen. Following this frightening encounter, questions remain over whether the gang will finally leave Brody alone or continue their campaign against him after he managed to escape their clutches. Coronation Street star Rob Mallard has become a popular figure among viewers thanks to his portrayal of Daniel Osborne, but what is known about his life away from the cameras? The actor first arrived on the ITV soap in 2016, stepping into the role of Daniel, the son of long-standing Weatherfield resident Ken Barlow. Since then, the character has been involved in numerous dramatic storylines. Recently, Daniel has endured a particularly difficult period. His troubles began when he uncovered the truth about his girlfriend Megan Walsh's inappropriate behavior towards Will Driscoll. Soon after, his situation deteriorated further when he became the target of a vicious online harassment campaign masterminded by Jody Ramsey. Away from the fictional drama, Rob's personal life has been far less chaotic than that of his on-screen counterpart. However, the actor has faced his own challenges and has spoken openly about a health condition that affects his everyday life. For several years, Rob has raised awareness of essential tremor, an inherited neurological disorder that impacts more than 1 million people across the UK. The condition causes involuntary shaking, most commonly in the hands, although it can also affect the head, legs, and voice. He was diagnosed when he was 14 years old and later chose to discuss the condition publicly. Explaining his decision, he revealed that it had become increasingly difficult to conceal as time passed. Rob admitted that he is often far more aware of the tremor than viewers are. He explained that there are occasions when he believes the shaking is highly noticeable during filming, only to watch the finished scene and realize it is barely visible. The actor has also acknowledged that the condition may eventually need to become part of Daniel's storyline. Because essential tremor is progressive, he noted that the symptoms are more pronounced now than they were a decade ago. As a result, there may come a time when it is no longer possible to hide the condition on screen. Shortly after joining Coronation Street, Rob entered into a relationship with fellow cast member Daniel Brocklebank, who played Weatherfield vicar Billy Mayhew for many years. However, the relationship came to an end just a few months later. Reports at the time suggested that the pressures of working together while maintaining a personal relationship contributed to their decision to separate. A source claimed that balancing both aspects of their lives had become challenging, but despite the breakup, they remained on good terms and hoped to stay friends. A spokesperson subsequently confirmed that the pair had mutually decided to go their separate ways and requested privacy regarding the matter. Coronation Street is broadcast on ITV1 every weekday evening at 8:30 p.m., with episodes also available to watch on ITVX.